Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mike Ciganek and Tim O'Brien here at Wilevco, and I'm going to walk you through the Dixon 220 and Dixon 120 pumps, specifically showing you some of the key aspects and differences between the single mechanical seal and triple lip seal. This here is the 220, and this here is the 120. I'm going to have Tim go over the single mechanical seal, how it fits in, and a couple of differences between them, Tim.
Okay, so you get your single mechanical seal. There's two of them, one on either side, either shaft, the lay shaft and the drive shaft. And the Allen wrench, take the screws out. It should just pop out of here. As you can see, a little bit of debris in there.
You see that one, the single mechanical seal. What are some things on a single mechanical seal that are some issues in your opinion?
You'll see some debris build up in there, and these little springs, they'll catch the debris in there, and over time, if you're not doing proper PM on this here, these springs they'll seal, they won't compress, so thereby making your seal pretty much not working properly.
Gotcha. And if you're running a thicker viscosity, depending on what you're mixing, using for a mixing pump, sometimes what we've noticed is that it's got a tendency to pop that seal as well.
Yes, and your product, your batter or whatever you're spraying, it will get in behind the seal, and over time it'll be a buildup in there, and you'll see that as you take the pump apart to do your maintenance on there. You'll see that in there. Okay. It's an issue so.
And there's a couple other parts that go with that as well, correct?
The mechanical seal is three parts. Basically, you got the spring tensioner, I guess you'd call it, and then you got the two ceramics on the other side. So these are ceramics on here.
Tungsten carbide.
Tungsten carbides, yep. There's two of them. There's one that sits in the back of the bi-wing, or the lobe, whatever you're using. There's an O-ring in there, as you can see. And that locks that in place. So you need to pop those both out of there. And obviously you'll see some debris on those too. This is one we pulled out of the 220. As you can see, as I popped it out of the back of the bi-wing, you can see the debris build up inside there. An O-ring inside there. That's this guy right here. So you need to pop this out. If you're going to reuse this, you need to clean it. You got to be very careful with these. If you drop them on the floor, they'll shatter.
Yeah.
And they need to be replaced. And yeah, they're not very.
Okay. Now, the other thing was the preventative maintenance, right? You had mentioned, and the lubrication, making sure those constantly stay lubricated.
Yes, I usually use mineral oil on there as it's food grade. It's not going to hurt anything. I usually put that on my O-rings.
Okay.
And put them in, and it makes things go together a little smoother.
Okay.
Okay.
Now let's take a look at the difference with the triple lip seal. So what parts do we have for the triple lip seal?
Triple lip seal, you only have four parts actually. You got an O-ring, you got the labyrinth, the seal itself, and we have the ceramic. Here it is. I put that on the shaft already. The sleeve, ceramic sleeve. That's what the seal will ride on. And then you just have the back plate. You have to change the back plate on these as it's different. It has to fit this seal. But obviously on the other seal it's a different size. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to put one of these together. I'm going to take the seal, flip it over. You can see the two holes on it. If you come over to your pump body, you can see there's two posts on there, studs I guess you call them. Okay, and we're just going to take this and we're going to line them up on the two posts. Find them in there. There they are. And just press it down with your fingers. You'll feel it hit. You're bottomed out on there, so we're bottomed out. Okay? Now, I'm going to take the cover. And you take the three screws that you took out of the other pump, the other seal. They'll work on this. You don't need the washer on there, so forget about those. You're just going to use the Allen set. There's three. Great. You're just going to tighten them down. I don't know if there's a torque on there. Snug them down. You don't want to go over tight on them, but make sure they're good and snug. I don't know if there's a torque on there. Probably have to look into that. And that's pretty much it right there. So now when you flip it over on the other side, you can see where it comes into play. So your shaft would normally come through here. We took the shaft off another pump. And like I said, your shaft would come through here. It's tough to do that. So anyway, your shaft comes through anyway, all right? So we're not going to push that through
Yeah.
because it's a bad shaft. But if you look at the shaft, there's a little post on the top of the shaft. And you will see
Put
that.
that post on?
Can you see that?
Yep, got it.
And if you look at the ceramic sleeve, you can see a little notch on that. So obviously this is going to slide over. And again, that's going to lock that in place. So this slides in, like I said, it locks into place. And one other thing you have to do, okay, I don't know if I'm doing a good enough job on here, is you want to replace this O-ring in here. That's where the ceramic is going to seat in that. It basically locks that into place. You can see the buildup of debris in there. You won't have this problem anymore with this new seal. This will eliminate that. Okay, that's gone. I didn't clean this out, but I would install the new O-ring in there. And like I said, I'd put just a touch of mineral oil on there to make it smooth. And that will slide right onto the shaft. And once you lock it onto the shaft, you're good to go.
And that forms a much tighter seal there.
Yes.
Whereas the single mechanical seal, due to the...
As you can see, there's no opening in here. So you see the spring, that's all gone, it's all covered. So the shaft is covered basically. Now when you put this back together, the only thing you're going to see is this,
With the triple lip seal.
the triple lip seal. So you just eliminated a can of worms. As far as maintenance and cleaning and whatnot, this is so much, it's simpler.
It will give you, it is simpler and it gives you more durability. You still want to maintain your consistent PMCS schedule. Typically, what the OEM recommends is about 2,000 hours. But however, I will tell you with our other food manufacturing customers that are using these as mixing pumps, is that if you're running 2 shifts, 2x5, 2x6, 3x5, 3x6, you're probably going to want to check this about monthly. Like I said, you will have more durability, and as Tim just explained, the triple lip seal is going to offer you more durability than single mechanical seal. Now, if you're running a really thin product that's almost probably water-based, probably be okay with the single mechanical seal. You know, it's really up to you, but we highly recommend going with the triple lip seal, especially if you're doing some mixing in that pump. So, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at Wilevco. This has been Tim O'Brien and Mike Ciganek. Have a great day.